Welcome. It's the Cats. We on Intellectual Radio. We on iHeartRadio. And we on Facebook Live many a times. And we here ready to let the cat out the bag. Meow,
Do a growl or something.
meow. You gotta do something. You can't. You feeling yourself. You're feeling yourself. So check this out. Okay, check this out, you guys. As I'm fumbling with my right, I'm just gonna have to take it out of this thing. But today's topic is really gonna be a great topic. And we can't even make this stuff up. But we're talking about, well, I tell you what, before I even tell you what we're talking about, I need everybody with a share button to tag, share, and invite. Because by default, we're going to really bless some people today. We're going to help some people today. So I need everybody under the sound of my voice to go ahead.
Vera, I'm sorry, but every week you got folks distracted. She married. They want to know about you. They say you.
I'm married now.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. Your chest all out. You know.
Right.
They looking. I'm looking. Everybody looking. How you expect people not to look? These dudes don't hit you.
They looking, and you know what? Guess what? That's all right. It's nothing wrong. You know what I tell people back in the day? I'm a spiritual girl. I'm not religious, but I'm back from the garden where we were able to walk around, be naked and not ashamed. So if it wasn't about being ashamed, but let me just say something. If it was appropriate, I think that everyone should just be able to walk around naked. But we can't do that. Because we can't do that because people can't get their minds right. They can't focus. But the truth of the matter is that, we've been so bamboozled as a people that if I was sitting here without any clothes on, my message will still be the same. Or if I was sitting here with with a turtleneck on, my message will still be the same. And when it's all said and done, I'm going to be who I am. I am who I am. So that's a whole nother show.
The message will be the same, but
I may not get people attention.
It's gonna be woke. That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna act like I ain't looking. I'm a grown ass man, Let women walk around naked in the garden. I'm looking, baby. I love you, goddamn it, but I'm looking.
Lord have mercy,
maybe
Jesus.
Women need to walk around naked. Maybe these dudes will stop killing each other. But then again, they might want to see the dudes walk around naked because they damn that naked. They might well take their pants off and sling them over their shoulder the way they wear them. So.
Right.
All I'm saying.
You know what? And I believe that every woman, has a right to just be sexy in her own sexiness, if whether she's married or not. A lot of times as married women, we're told cover up, don't show much, don't do this. Well, you know what? That doesn't control who your man looking at. So sex appeal should be for the individual themselves. What make you feel good? Because I feel good of whether I got a turtleneck on or a short shirt, or if I don't have on whatever. It's just me. So anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But here's the topic of discussion today. Do you think that it is appropriate to withhold sex from your mate as punishment? And if so, is he wrong if he decides to go get some from somewhere else?
He or she.
And there are individuals that feel like they got it, together, so they don't have to worry about that. So again, that's our topic for today. And before we get started, we're going to kick this show off like we always do. We got Mr. James J. Hustle in the building.
Yeah, buddy.
We got our special, but he ain't new to this. He just true to this. Guess Mr. The Crime Chaser, Martin G. Johnson in the building.
You already know what it is.
I already know what it is. And for those of you out that's trying to figure out where our other cat at, Miss Monique is missing today. She is doing her thing, but she will be back. So, James.
Yes, ma'am.
You are about to be a married man real soon. What? I was married now, James. Almost. I got to remind you.
You got to remind me.
Yeah. It's a wedding coming up. James, what's going on?
None. I'm ready. I'm just not prepared.
Are you jumping the broom?
I'm ready. Well, I'm fat, so I ain't really going to be jumping. I might step over the broom, but I ain't gonna jump the broom.
Ain't gonna jump the broom.
That's exercise. That's too much like exercise. I ain't jumping no broom. I step over the broom. How about that?
Right. Oh, you know what? You know what? As a matter of fact, how they do it when they have that when you go under the broom and you gotta kind of what's the name of that little dance? You know
I
how
think
they
she
have the
talking about
broom?
what they do in Hawaii. What you talking about,
Yeah.
the limbo?
Yeah, the
I
limbo.
don't think they limbo at the wedding.
They don't limbo at the
But
wedding.
man, I saw a
Well,
video
maybe
on
after the
Facebook.
wedding.
It was a woman where they had a limbo line, and she had on a bathing suit, and she went backwards doing the matrix, the limbo under the line, and pop, whole bathing suit just popped from the bottom. You know, yeah, I want to go to Hawaii.
Janet Jackson style, huh? Just
Yeah,
pop,
you
pop, pop.
just bucket naked.
Lord Jesus, let the church say amen. Martin,
Uh-oh.
Martin,
What's
we're
going
going to
on?
interrupt our broadcast for some special announcements because we want to know what's going on with the bait truck. Martin, you are known around the world. I think I saw you on one profile with me, one picture, one video, had over 6 million people saw the video. Martin G. Johnson with this bait truck.
Yeah, shout out to Charles McKinley as well. Yeah, I mean it's been an amazing ride. I mean it's something. It was a rare fish. We both caught. He discovered it Thursday. Friday I came on and finished it up. So hey, shout out to that brother. Shout out to Helen and Jedediah, the ones that came on the scene the day I was out there and told that truck to get out of there.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to talk about that. But in the meantime, we know that you guys are going to be ready to call in. James, give them that call in number.
708-223-8953. Once again, that's 708-223-8953.
Okay, you guys, do me a favor. Do not hold your comments because we need to hear from you. This topic is so delicate that we need to hear from you. And I'm glad that we have a couple of men on stage so that they can keep it real. And guess what? I can hold my own weight. So I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. As it relate to women or men, when we decide to put our mate on punishment and withhold sex because they did not cooperate. Do some of you guys think that you got it held down just that tight that just because you decide that you put them on punishment, they're not going anywhere else? And we want to hear from you. James, kick it off.
Okay, let me do it like this. First of all, this is why I want to discuss this topic. It was a chick I graduated from Westinghouse with. Should I say her name?
Say
Well,
her
some of
name.
them know
Say
her
her
name.
name. Say her
I'm gonna
name.
just say Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson. Yeah.
If she nasty.
She nasty looking, but yeah. So this is a situation. I put up a post the other day, and I tagged her in it because if I'm gonna say something about somebody, I'm gonna let them know what's going on. She took the tag off, but this is the thing. She said her husband, not a boyfriend, her husband. She said she came home from work. He had got off work before her. He was watching football when she came in. Said she did this on a live video. So said she greeted him how she normally do. He greeted her, whatever. She decided that she didn't want to see no damn football, as she put it. She wanted to go on demand to watch old episodes of Love and Hip Hop. Said she was upset because he was watching football and he didn't want to let her watch Love and Hip Hop. He told her the game was going to be over in the next 5 to 10 minutes. And Love and Hip Hop is on demand. You can watch that anytime. So she said she putting him on coochie punishment for the rest of the summer. She said the next couple of months she ain't giving him none. So it was a girl in the comment section said, how you gonna do your man like that because he's watching football? She said you should be lucky he in the house watching football and not running these streets. She decided to say, well, I do it all the time. He don't get none for months at a time. And she said, well, do you really expect him to keep dealing with that? She said, well, he ain't going nowhere. We married. She said, how you know what he going to what he gonna do? Because I know his schedule, this and that, and he ain't going nowhere. My man ain't cheating. You don't know if your man ain't cheating. She said he don't have time to cheat. Now I'm gonna tell you, I used to be a hoe, a professional hoe. It's always time to cheat. A man, if a man want to cheat, he gonna cheat. I don't care how good a woman look. I don't care how good the sex is or how much money she got. If she holding it down, if a man gonna cheat, he gonna cheat, especially if you giving him a reason to cheat. Don't ever say he ain't got time. He'll find time on break, on the way home, gas station, while you sleep. It's always a time.
Always a time.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, and I won't hear from Martin too because I see him thinking. First of all, The worst thing you can do as a woman or a man is make announcements on what you're doing sexually in your house. Ain't everything for everybody. A wise woman builds her house, foolish woman tears it down. And the second part of that is that you can't control what a woman or a man do if whether they on punishment or not. Because some of you may not have them on punishment, but that has nothing to
Still
do
out here.
with what he or she may do in the street. So when it's all said and done, you can call it punishment. Your punishment may very well be someone else's privilege. It may
Mm.
be someone else's invitation. Your neglect may very well be someone else's opportunity. So this go for men and women. Step your game up. Stop making announcements with what you're doing in your household, and don't be so quick to say what he or she will not do. Men, some of y'all think that just because you have a faithful woman, just because you have a loyal queen, that you can keep doing things that you've been doing, running around with this chick, the next chick, and whatever. But just because she's loyal, that don't mean that one day she won't find the right person that she can go head on with. And I'm gonna tell you something. Nobody is able to accuse anyone that has committed adultery. God says that I am the only one that can condemn or that could judge the adulterer. So you can't do that. We'll never have that benefit because you don't know the next man or the woman's story. So put yourself in position to be the judge. Again, God is going to judge each individual accordingly to how God sees fit. Period. Point blank.
But you know the worst thing about it, Vera. And when I speak on topics as a man, I get a lot of feedback and controversy because women think I'm bashing them. And I'm not. What they have to realize is I'm a man. I tell things from my perspective. But when I put things up, it works both ways for men and women. But my thing is this. It is so much easier for a woman, for a man to find a good, faithful, loving woman than it is for a woman to find a man. Because in all actuality, most of us men, we ain't SHIT. Women are more loyal than us men. Women have more patience than us men. So if you actually have a man that's loyal and faithful and paying the bills, why would you give him a reason to step out if he's already being faithful to you? Us men, we step out sometimes just because of opportunity. So why would you force that on a person and think they not going nowhere?
Wow. So I tell you what, I tell you what, cell phones are ringing, the calls is coming in. Martin, we got a couple of questions for you. But first of all, before we jump into what some of the people are asking you, Martin, what do you think about that? Give us your opinion.
Well, my true, honest opinion about that is you only know what you do. You don't know. You're not with a person 24 hours a day.
Yep.
I mean, it's like even marriage. You have confidence. You have belief that your partner is going to do the right thing when you're not present. So I tell people all the time, when you grown, you don't know. You can only give account for yourself. You don't know what no next man doing. You just don't know. And advice to that young lady: keep your sex life off Facebook. That's private. That's personal between you and your husband. Things like that. Because you got men and you got women will play on that.
Yeah. Especially if she's saying that she put him on punishment all the time. If you letting other women know you putting your man on punishment and you ain't giving him none, them same women that you think are your friends or your family members are the same ones watching you because they want what you got already. So you giving them an opportunity to step in.
And you know what? Now here's the thing. There are some women and there are some men that are so confident in their relationship that they really feel like, I'm married. I'm his woman. He only have eyes for me. She only have eyes for me.
Lies.
That's the biggest lie the devil ever told you. Because the eyes of a man is never satisfied. Never satisfied. And it don't make a difference how you think you taking care of bills, how you think you are sexually, whatever. It is what it is. It's a constant battle. a constant battle between spirit and flesh. So don't think that you all that in a bag of chips, because you will mess around and realize that your bag got a hole in it. And then you disappointed, or you mad because you realize that Tyrone may got your girl and gone, or old girl that work on the job, and in between elevator rides, he getting a dip, and you looking like, I know his work schedule. I work with him, and the only time he get a chance to go away with me, break away from me, is when he take a bathroom break. But you didn't know he done already had Judy sneak in the bathroom while he take. It don't take long to do anything. So long. You got to come out of your confident level with trusting a man or trusting a woman, and learn how to put all of your trust in the Most High God, because that's the only thing that's going to get you through. You'll lose your mind trying to figure out what this man doing, what this woman doing, what he ain't going to do, what she ain't going to do. I tell people, stop talking about that, because just because a woman may not eat Polish sausages at home, that don't mean she don't eat Polishes in the street. You just don't know how to serve them.
But if the woman not willing to eat Polish sausages at home, then you can't expect him not to go get it ate somewhere else.
Well, I'm just saying though. But and it's the same. It's the same thing with women. Women so quick to say, "Oh, my man, he don't eat greens and cornbread." Well, he may not eat your greens and cornbread. That don't have anything to do with somebody serving him greens and cornbread somewhere else, and he find out that he likes it there. Yeah.
It's 2018. Y'all know I'm nasty. I just don't care. I hear a lot of dudes, younger guys, like in their mid 20s to early 30s, saying that they don't go down on a woman. What man don't go down on a woman? That's all I'm saying. Find me a man that don't go down on his woman. And I'm gonna tell you, his men out here, this dudes out here don't even know these chicks, and they just willing to eat cupcake cream out your ass crack. That's all.
Oh my God, we interrupt Facebook for a very important announcement. Y'all beep, because we on iHeartRadio. We on Intellectual Radio.
I didn't say ASS. I said ADD.
Okay. Add. Okay. That's James. He keep it 100. That's why we gotta love him.
I'm just being real.
But you're right. They don't even know him. First date. The first date. Our lines is open. But in the meantime, we got a very important announcement. You've had a couple of people that asked you, Martin, and right now, you guys, we're taking a commercial break, but we're gonna use Martin as the commercial. Mm-hmm. We got people that want to know about this bait truck, and I just want you to. We're going for a commercial. They want to know. Some lady asked, and I got to go back. Why do you have a problem with the bait truck? And why are you against it?
First of all, why bring it in the poor community, underserved community, that we suffer from gunshot violence, we suffer from prostitution, we suffer from gangs.
The shoe giveaway. I'm sorry, the shoe giveaway.
Oh, the shoe giveaway.
I'm sorry. Why the shoe giveaway?
I never said I was against the shoe giveaway. I've never said that. I just said it's a good thing for the community, but it's a disrespect to Charles and myself. That's what I said. I never said don't give gym shoes back to the community. I never said that. I mean, it is not. There's no money coming out of my pocket.
Well, why they automatically? Okay, so let me ask you this: why all of a sudden are they giving gym shoes back to the community?
Because they got caught.
Okay.
No, that's not the railroad giving gym shoes. These are is a rapper and some local organizations that partnered together, and they took donations and things like that for the community of Inglewood. And my problem is with that is this about self-glorification, or is it really about Inglewood? That's the problem I have with. See, one thing about me, I do everything for passion. I don't get paid. I love Inglewood. I live in Inglewood. I've been living in Inglewood for 4 years. Charles McKenzie been living in Inglewood all his life, and he presently stay in Inglewood. That's the community that we serve. And my thing is, I'm not gonna let nobody come in Inglewood to gain notoriety off them, and I know it's not sincere. That's all I'm saying. I don't mind people coming and doing something. Are you doing this because of the media cameras gonna be there? Can you give these shoes away without no media being there? Just get the shoes away and let them, and y'all get on and take that truck up out of there. That's all I'm saying.
So is it gonna be so let me act, and I don't know. All I saw it the last time I seen it was yesterday, and I saw it yesterday for the first time. I shared it on your page. But other than that, I don't know anything about the shoe giveaway. I actually thought, wow. Okay, Martin, I said, okay, Martin and some people, Martin know about it. It must be a good thing. What's happening with the shoe giveaway? I also saw that it was attached to what I would consider some credible people, in
Hmm.
my opinion. And I expressed that to you. So when I did further research, then it's like, okay, well, it's some guy that's a rapper, and I don't know rappers. If Chance or if well, what's the rapper name?
Chief Keef.
Chief Keef. If any of them, if I was sitting to him, I don't know rappers. I know Tupac, but he's dead.
Right.
But other than that, I didn't know rappers. So my thing is that is this just a coincidence that it is happening after the bait truck, or did they have this once this went national, and now all of a sudden they want to give shoes away in
Free
Inglewood?
advertisement.
Right.
Or
You
was it already pre?
well, I'll say that you have to ask them that. I don't know what their pure motive is. I just don't want Inglewood to be used, stepped on. That's all I'm saying. I'm concerned for the residents of Inglewood. I want them to have shoes. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with that. The problem that I have is how would you like for somebody to come in your house and don't speak to you? That's all. I mean, invite me and Charles. Let us know, hey, we're gonna invite these guys to be there.
Well, honestly, now if I'm just gonna give my opinion, because I saw a truck,
Mhm.
and with the
Speak
bait
the
truck,
truth.
the bait truck went viral.
Right.
I expressed that it had over 6 million people that saw it from just HBO alone.
Right.
That had nothing to do with the hundreds of thousands of people that saw it through social media.
Right.
So I automatically assumed, and I know that's the wrong thing to do, so I apologize for my assumption, to think that it was a way that the people that was a part of the bait sting were using as a way of giving back,
Right.
to say, I'm sorry. However, if that's not the case, I stand down. I just did not want to see that the same tactic that was used to bait us in is used to pacify us, and we still got the same problem into the community. However, and I'll say it publicly,
Okay.
if that's not the case, and if this is just a cross in paths, I have to say, wow, good job for the people that thought of this bait truck. I mean, that thought about giving shoes to Inglewood, and it's a job well done. I salute it. I stand by it.
Right. And I said that publicly. I said it's good for the community, but it's a disrespect for the guys that brought light into this. You know, that's all I was saying. I mean, listen. I don't have to give no gym shoes. I mean, gym shoes is cool. I want you to help community.
But, but, but the bait truck and what's been going on, because a lot of minds are
Right.
going to be twisted. They automatically see a truck giving away gym shoes. Nobody even knew nothing about trucks coming into Inglewood like we know now publicly,
Mm-hmm.
until you and Charles expose these holes.
Yeah.
Excuse my French. So once you guys have exposed them, then by default, people are thinking that one is linked to the next.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that the proper way to do it is to say, okay, community activists, Martin G. Johnson, Charles, and whoever you guys named, Jed was there. I got to give it up to Jed because he was out there.
Yeah.
Key, are you with me? I got to give it up to Helen.
Helen.
Helen was the saying, what? Shut it down, move this truck. But I would not have known, and nobody else would have seen it from the rooter to the tutor, if it had not been for Martin G. Johnson. Now, I got to give Charles his dap because they spotted it first and he had it on.
Yes, sir.
But we saw the whole sting in motion from your platform.
Yeah.
I think that they owe it to you guys to say, if anybody is justified in passing these shoes out to people that need them, they need to come from your hand,
Right. And
from
I'm
your
just saying,
organization.
we didn't even get an invite. You know what I'm saying? You got you posting a flyer on social media, Instagram, Twitter. I mean, like, man, really? I see different names on there. I said, what do they have to do with? You know, I'm looking like, wow. I mean, they could say at least these two guys come out, help us pass this out. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I have not collected no money. I have raised no fundraisers. I work for free. Trust me. And anybody knows rarely ever see me talking to cameras. I am the cameraman. So it ain't about clout for me. It's about respect. And it's about the children in Inglewood. And if you want to be technical, didn't no children get caught up on the bait truck? 21 to 59 years old. That's who got caught up in the bait truck.
But their charges will still drop as a result of. Now, here's the thing: their charges will still drop. We can argue if whether the bait truck is right or wrong.
Right.
If whether you're supposed to not touch things that don't belong to you. We can argue that. However, how do you step on people and set them up for failure and somehow don't think that it's entrapment? That's just my opinion. But once again, neither right nor wrong. We know that people could use shoes in the community.
Mm-hmm.
The same way we know they could use shoes, we also know that they could use some food. Mm-hmm. We know that they could use some jobs. We know that they can use some empowerment. We know that they can use some counseling. We know that some of them are suffering from a lot of things that they could use help in. So when we get through giving them shoes, let's give them some place to go. Let's empower them to walk a little stronger in them new shoes. Let's not just give them a Band-Aid on an open wound on a gunshot wound and think that that's okay. Now, again, let's give them some books. Let's give them some more stuff as well. And not let's just fight against one another, because I know you're not the one that's in the author of confusion.
Not at all.
You just like to get the record straight.
That's it. And you know what? I'm hearing rumors as well that somebody's supposed to threaten the guys and all that with the truck and gym shoes. I can only speak for Martin Johnson, and I know Charles McKenzie. We don't indwell in violence. You know what I'm saying? We will defend ourselves at all costs. But I mean, I can't see why would a person want to shoot up a truck giving away to our community gym shoes for free. I understand that. That's what I want. Somebody live when I was on the way here. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. What? Listen, first of all, whoever's out there that said I said something like that, y'all don't even have my telephone number. Matter of fact, you definitely didn't reach out for me for the bait truck. So I know you couldn't possibly been talking about me or Childs, anything like that. So that's strange.
And everybody looking for
excuse.
They call it clout nowadays.
Right. I got
a couple of questions.
Go ahead, Jay.
Now I know you.
Right. You know me, Jay.
You do what you do because that's your passion.
That's my passion.
You do. But it's a few cats out here that only do things for recognition, for money, for spotlight. I call their ass as Jesse Jackson. Because you know, like, I know that you're mad enough, but you know how I feel about Jesse.
Yeah.
But this is my thing. And I have a couple of questions.
Go ahead.
Who are these rappers that's supposed to be giving away these free shoes in Inglewood, for one? For two, are they from Inglewood? And if not, why are you giving shoes away to Inglewood and not just making programs giving shoes away to kids all over Chicago that actually need them?
Wow.
3, what are you doing off camera? Are you just doing this because of the camera is on now? Because of the national spotlight gonna be there? Wow. Are you trying to make a name for yourself because you're a rapper that I don't know who the rapper is, but apparently the rapper is unknown? Are you trying to make a name for yourself? That's free advertising.
Well, some of these people, because I looked on like the page, they had like 1 million people that knew. I just didn't know them, and I hadn't heard of them.
They probably got 1 million followers because of the bait truck.
Your earring fell off.
Yeah. Oh.
Because like when you broke the story about the bait truck, it's being shared millions and millions of times. So if somebody put a picture out there and they said it's a shoe giveaway, everybody is interested. 9 times out of 10, they assume that it's a shoe giveaway because of you and Charles. Which I don't personally know Charles, but he seemed cool. It's because of you and Charles. So people would assume that they have something to do with it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's but in all actuality, it's somebody else.
Wasn't invited. So again, it's no disrespect to the shoes being given away. I think that the question is this a shoe giveaway? And I could be wrong. Let me know. This will be my question. Is the shoe giveaway a cover-up for the bait truck? Or is the shoe giveaway from a group of people that actually have a heart to give and that saw it in their, in their power to give to a group of people that's in need? And that would be my first question.
Let me answer this. I want to give a shout out to all the donors that donated and gave monies toward the gym shoot, toward the truck. So I don't want you guys to think that the community of Inglewood is ungrateful or unthankful. So not at all. Not at all. My thing is, I don't need clout. Charles don't need clout. We have it already. Listen, everybody know I'm consistent. I'm not one of those type of activists. I don't really consider myself as an activist, but I'm consistent in chasing crime,
That's
doing
right.
what I do. I'm not up and down. I'm not up and down. I don't only just come out when the camera's out. I'm out all the time when you sleep. So I can speak for myself and my buddy Charles. I can speak for myself. So that's what I'm saying. It's just not about clout for me. It's just like all I was just saying. I felt like I was disrespected. That's all. Yeah. That's all.
A lot of people just chasing the spotlight. Yeah. And in my personal opinion, like I say, I know Martin G and I know what his passion is. But it's certain guys that y'all deal with that I don't personally know them not to like them, but it's things I don't like about them. For instance, Jedediah or his brother, Jeremiah, whoever that J-Mal, whoever the hell the dude is. I just look at it like this.
That ain't
don't only come out for national spotlight. Don't only come out for something when the cameras are out. Come out for everything. That's all I'm saying, because, and I'm not putting it on them, I'm putting it on other people as well that I personally know. We're going to take this back to Kanika Jenkins. Okay. When that girl was found in that freezer, a lot of people actually cared and a lot of people didn't give a damn. But the people that didn't give a damn all of a sudden start to come out to the protest, this and that, just to make a name for themselves. Then when they only got 10,000 views, they arguing back and forth with each other. Man, I only got 10,000 views. My number should be more than this. Stop doing shit. Stop doing stuff for likes. Stop doing stuff for recognition. Do it because it's from your heart. Do it because you actually care. Stop just coming out for things that you pick and choose to come out to, because now you're making yourself look like the mainstream media.
I want to say something too. I want to say something in defense of two guys. I want to say something in defense for Jedediah. I appreciate Jedediah. Sometimes we don't agree, but I'll say this about Jamal. Sometimes we don't both always agree, but we work together. And I can say both of those guys has really matured. Both of them. Not taking up for them in their defense, but both of those guys have really matured. They're out there trying to help the community. Jedediah just left from Detroit, Michigan. That was at Flint, Michigan, with the water thing. Jamal is not, you really don't see him on the activist scene. He's gearing himself to run for mayor, and I appreciate that. So, I mean, things happen, it causes things like that. And I tell people, I'm really not an activist. I'm just a crime chaser. I just chase crime. But I want to tell you guys something out there. Don't get it twisted. I'm intelligent as well. Yeah. I don't chase no avalanche and I don't get paid. I'm very wise and intelligent and spiritual. I see with the all-seeing eye, and I know BS when I see it.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. I've had the same issue. Yeah. Like I met you a couple of years ago. I've been recording since like 2004, 2005. Right. If you look at stuff, I've had videos before I was known on Facebook that's went to CNN. Yeah. The only difference between us and other people is we do it because it's a hobby, it's a passion. We want people to understand what's going on in our community.
Yes.
I hate when people see you record something and they say, well, you just doing this, like you said, you ambulance chasing. Right. Or you use the police scanner because you looking for someone, you want somebody to die. No, that's the point. We don't want nobody to die. Now, when I met you, Martin, the one gave me an idea, and I've always said that. I would listen to my scanner in the house. I would just see crime around the neighborhood. I would record it. And he asked me, he said, well, why don't you listen to the scanner outside and go to the crime scenes? I said, you know what? I'm going to start doing that. And that's what I started doing. Yeah. I mean, it's not like we doing something for fame. I don't get paid.
I don't get
paid. From my
either.
understanding, you ain't never got paid.
Never.
I've had videos on CNN, MSNBC. Yeah. I've never gotten a single dime.
Let me say something in your defense too. Jay Hustle talking. You remember on the west side when the police towed a car with some body? I think it's one body, two bodies.
Two bodies. That was yeah, I knew them.
That went national. I mean, he recorded
national.
National. So believe me, what he's saying is truth. He didn't get a quarter for that. Never did. Never did. So he know what he's talking about, and he do it at his pace when he feel like doing it. Don't nobody tell him when to do it, when to go here and go there.
That's I've honestly slowed it down. Yeah. And you know another thing? Remember we had a conversation a long time ago about GoFundMe.
Right.
I ain't gonna say I'm ashamed, but my pride get in the way. I don't like nobody doing nothing for me or thinking I'm looking for a handout. But so many people kept, and I could show the messages and everything, kept saying, can you please create a GoFundMe, GoFundMe, GoFundMe? I'm like, no, no, no. And when I finally did it, because I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to be doing this full time and my car is breaking down and I need gas and people telling me, well, you need to go here, you need to go there and record this. Okay, I'm going to create the GoFundMe. All of the people that kept pushing me, telling me to create a GoFundMe,
won't give a dime.
A dime from them.
Don't I know?
Nothing.
And they won't give a dime because they feel like their responsibility is to dictate what you do and how you do it. Now, I'm going to really let a cat out the bag.
Vera.
When we talk about even the Kanika Jenkins case and the heart that people had in it, I was on the Kanika Jenkins case and was one of the first people that were out there that was recording. One of the first people that was out there recording and said that we need to have a national protest because nobody child deserves this and not get the attention that it deserves. And I even said, I didn't expect the family to even be able to talk at that moment because of what they were physically going through. Right. And that each of us had a responsibility to only do what we could do to help that family. I knew from the gate, I am not going to be the know all, do all, be all. I'm a full-time mama. I'm a full-time daughter. I'm a full-time wife. I'm a full-time soldier. I'm not trying to be the know all, do all, be all. But what I will do is do what I can do to help out. And that's all we need to do. From that point on, the very next day, and documentation always beat conversation. Documentation beat conversation no matter how you look at it. I challenge you to find a video before mine that said anything about let's do a protest. That very next day, not because I'm so good, but because the universe and the Most High God has a way of showing up and showing out when you open your mouth and not only walk the walk, but talk the talk.
That's it.
Okay? That very next day, over 12, I called Martin G. Johnson. I said, bring Jamal out. And if I would have knew who Jedediah was, I would have called Jedediah. I would have called Lamont. I would have called Charles. I would have called some names, but I only knew Martin from being on the show. And I knew Jamal because I saw him with you. And I called y'all and said, where y'all at? But me and Pi were on that live. And a girl named Mika Chapman was already out there that I know of. And we was devastated as parents, devastated as a mama of 5 to see somebody child and to know I was devastated. And I was en route driving and had been to that same place 7 times. And I said, oh, God is speaking to me. Ain't no way you brought me nowhere 7 times. I'm trying to mind my own business. And I went there, and that last time I got out my car, took my camera in, went into that place and took people from the top floor to the down floor. Well, most folks wouldn't know about that because at that time, I may have only had about 7,000 people that was following me, 5,000 friends, maybe about 7,000 followers at the most. At the most. Yeah. People didn't know and didn't start seeing me on a larger platform until after that protest the next day after I went live. And from that point on, it took a life of itself. Some amazing people came out there. Some amazing people came out there and did what they could do to help. I don't try to find out where the confusion went because I know God is not the author of confusion.
And let me say this too, Vera. I remember when you did that video because you was the first one that broke the story. I mean, it's documented. Matter of fact, you probably need to share it after we get off live.
I'm going to let them find it.
Oh, you going to let them?
I'm not going to share nothing. Okay, let them find it.
Let them find it. So I remember that a clear day because I couldn't go live. I was shut down. I had to go live from my second page, in which that second page was my personal business page. So I had to start working off that. So I know you're not lying. I know you're not lying. So I just want to say out to the people out there, there's not one hate in my heart against nobody. No organization.
And here's what's most importantly. Some of these folks only came up after that case. But when you look at the crime chaser, you was chasing crime way before.
Days before that.
Way before that.
Yeah, doing way before that.
When they followed my platform, I was doing Vera way before then. When I look at Jed was a had national attention and was a hot, crazy, don't mess with Jed mess.
And let me say this.
I got to say that. Jamal was doing what he was doing.
I know Jed was working in the park, sleeping in the park on a protest in the city in Washington Park by DuSable Museum. I documented. I was there. So he didn't get his fame or clout, whatever, off the Kanika Jenkins as well. I'm not speaking against the Kanika Jenkins thing, but I'm just saying these guys been around before Kanika Jenkins.
Before them.
Yeah, Jamal Green, those guys, they've been around.
So and again, I ain't looking for no brownie points because I am who I am.
That's right.
I do what I do, and I don't do it for the Tell Live vision.
That's right.
I show up for people with my heart. One thing I can say about James J. Hustle, when it's all said and done, anybody that can't get along with this brother is because you can't handle the truth. And you can't get along with yourself. You can't look at the man in the mirror because James don't come to bring nobody no harm. But if you better put your big girl panties and drawers on because he gonna give it to you. And he ain't never been no coward. I call him a gentle giant.
That's what I call him too.
Because
people don't know him. They don't know him. And James is, they don't know him. I got a chance to meet him and talk with him and kick it with him. And so I know how he is. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no punk now. You know what I'm saying? He will do his thing. But you can talk to him. He's approachable. You can see him in the mall or anywhere. He'll take a picture with you, whatever. He'll have a conversation with you. You got to come at him right, though.
Yeah. Now, it was some messy people that showed up.
Oh, yeah.
As well as the good. Wherever there is good, you always got to make room for the demonic people to show up. But when it's all said and done, I believe that as a result of what happened, there will still be justice. I believe that even with this bait truck, that good will still come out of it. And even as we jump back on topic, women and men, I know, don't be holding your poo nanny because that's going to be another topic. You may end up somewhere by holding it. Go ahead.
That's one and the two. Speaking about these relationships in this bait truck, in my personal opinion, like I say, you shouldn't be placing it in poverty-ridden communities, making people visually see it and think they not gonna touch it. That's not right. Don't put it here. Put it somewhere else. Don't put it nowhere. Stop creating crime. But at the same time, and this is why people get mad at me, if it ain't yours, don't put your damn hands on it.
I agree with you.
Leave it alone.
I agree with you 100%.
But they would have got me because I wasn't going touching the truck. I'm not touching the truck. They wouldn't have got me.
Now, money, truck. I'm going.
If a Brinks truck flip over and the money is blowing over the highway, that's my money. I ain't finna lie to you. But I'm not just finna go mess with the Brinks truck because it's just sitting there.
Right.
But this goes into the relationships. Like people say the bait truck was entrapment to create crime. These women and these men that get upset with their mate and they spitefully, purposely withhold sex from them for weeks and months at a time, that's entrapment.
That's the bait.
Because if you allowing your man or your woman to be sexually frustrated and they gotta beg you for it, and you think they not gonna go touch something else, that's entrapment.
As a matter of fact, some of y'all setting them up.
It's surviving.
Some of you guys giving them a good excuse. They mad you put them on punishment, so they got more to work with while they out. So somebody, you got to take the punishment away, put them on punishment, make them work extra harder. But again, the only reason why we have to stay on topic is because we got some folks that's been following this show for the last 4 years.
And why they ain't calling in? They need to call in 708-223-8953. Get this phone a ring and speak on it. You can be anonymous. Whatever you want to do, call in.
Yeah, and whenever we put up a post, and if we don't stay on topic of what we were talking about, their first thing is, you guys didn't stay on track. How dare you not stay according to what the topic was? I really wanted to hear what you had to say. So we on track now. We interrupt for a commercial break. Now we back. We went to scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. Follow the script or write your own.
Matter of fact, I want some people to call in. And you can remain anonymous. I want to know how many women or how many men have purposely withheld sex from their mate. What happened? Did you find out they was cheating? Do you not think they cheated and they still faithful? Why did you put them on punishment? How long did you put them on punishment? Do you think it was really fair? How would you feel if they did it to you? I want to know.
Wow.
Because I ain't
Call
gonna
in.
lie.
What's the number?
Hold back from me if you want to. I love you,
Wow.
goddamn. But you know what?
Say the number,
Hey,
Jay Hustle. You got it on your thing.
708-223-8953. Hey man,
Wow.
it's hard because don't get me wrong. It's temptation out here every day. I see it every single day. But
Every
it's
day.
all scripture in the Bible about how God will give you a way to remove yourself from that temptation. Now, what stopped me from being the hoe that I was, I had to stop using them excuses from women that had hurt me before. And I started hurting other women because I didn't trust nobody. And I had to look at it like this. After I lost my so-called family, it was like I had a decision to make. Are you going to step up and be the man that you're supposed to be and stop doing the stupid stuff that got you in this situation? Or you can continue to do the dumb stuff and you can continue to lose everything. So which one is going to be? You're going to step up and be a man, or you're going to keep doing the same old dumb shit as a dog and get the results that you get.
And I'm gonna tell you guys something.
But I don't think I don't look. See, I met Bernie Mac before. He told me he wasn't really cross-eyed. He said that just to focus on my wife and focus on somebody else at the same time. I've been trying to figure out how he did it. I just can't do it. I can't do it. But don't think I ain't gonna look. I'll look, but I ain't gonna touch.
And this is first time we did this. But next week we're gonna talk about narcissists and the characteristics of those types of people. We're gonna really take some time, because I believe that a lot of times, a lot of the stuff that we dealing with and the characteristics of different people, you have to really be able to tell who people are with. And that's when the confusion and stuff come on, because some of these people have that narcissist spirit that's on them. And I think we need to break that down so people can identify who's who. We need to expose these hoes.
Some of these folks, you really don't know who they is. And like it happens with women more than men, but it happened with both. Sometimes you don't really know who a person is or what their personality is or what their outcome would be until after you done had sex with them, after you done broke up with them. You can be with a person, love them, this and that, and next thing you know, the relationship is over. Or after you have sex with them and they realize that you ain't trying to have a whole relationship, then they want to start stalking and cutting car tires and scratching, painting, breaking out windows, jumping out of bushes. And the men do it more than the women now. Men are the new itches.
Wow. Let me say this to that subject. You have a lot of people that, because y'all get together, both male and female, on some sex, and they're just assuming that you ain't got nobody, and he's assuming she don't have anybody. So they just assuming that instead of just talking about it before y'all lay down and have sex. Or both of y'all may have been drinking and smoking. I saw you look good, you seen I look good, and we got together and we had sex. But we didn't discuss now. We didn't even get a chance to know each other. We didn't even have a conversation to get familiar with each other.
Yeah.
See what you like, what I don't like. Now, are you involved? You just can't assume that this person is not married. You can't assume that he don't have a boyfriend or she have a girlfriend. You have to ask questions when you go into a relationship, if that's what you want. Now, you just let her know at the front, hey, I'm just having fun. I ain't looking for no commitment. I got a woman or whatever. Hey, lay it on the table. Some people can't be honest. They can't be upfront with it.
A lot of people want honesty, but they can't handle that honesty.
Yeah.
Don't ask for the truth if you can't handle it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. I knew this, James. You can't handle the truth. But you know what? And the truth of the matter is, too, is that some people don't care. You got some men and women out here. So especially these women, they looking like, I'm going to take them. And then they get mad when they realize that it's been 12 years and he ain't went nowhere. And then you want to make excuses and be like, well, she the one that's dumb. No, she studied moving on, because at the end of the day, if he was, she still got whatever benefits she got and whatever she got coming. But you cannot say she dumb because she's still with her husband and you still with him. She doing what she got to do.
Right.
And just like you're doing what you got to do.
That's right.
And then there are men that they feel like, if I had a got you first, I can't tell you how many men I could have been with you first. No, you couldn't have. I saw you first and didn't like you then. And I'm looking at you now. And I still don't want you. So it ain't nothing people assuming that they could take or
right.
Yeah. And it ain't about your money. It's not about your position. It's about whether that man or woman decide they want you or if they're willing to leave what they have for you. And don't be bamboozled when you see that that's not the case. But I'm telling you, not what I heard, what I know. It's a lot of women that step to the plate to try it and then be very, very mad when they don't succeed. Most men ain't trying to take you from home. Most men like, yeah, you can go and stay at home. Just pop up every now and again, so I can see you. Other than that, I don't care. Am I wrong? Y'all let me know now, because y'all the men.
Yeah, there's something out there like that. You're right. I can't deny that one, though. I cannot deny that one because, hey, some men don't want responsibility. They just want to have fun for the moment. Yeah. I mean, that's it. We want to smoke, want to drink, pop, whatever we want to do. Let's kick it, get something to eat, watch movies, whatever. And out of that, you go your way, I go my way. Until next time.
708-223-8953. 708-223-8953. Somebody looking for the number, James.
Yeah. But you know another thing I hate? I hate when I hear a woman tell another woman, well, I could take your man if I wanted to. Or they done ended up getting with the guy and like, bitch, I took your man. You ain't take her man, you took her problems. I'm gonna tell you like this. If you meet a man and he cheat on you, and he leave his wife or his woman to cheat with you, and for some reason, and 9 times out of 10, ain't no man gonna leave home. He might sleep with you, but he ain't leaving home. But that 1% chance, if he do leave home
or get put out,
just because you got him, don't mean he ain't gonna do the same thing to you. If you met him and he cheated on her for you, he gonna meet somebody else and cheat on them, on you. Don't nothing make you special. If you came in as a side chick and you became a main chick, now your position open and somebody else got to fill it.
That's right.
Just that simple. Or if nobody ever fills your position, then it's because maybe he got too old and now he just happened to be old as Methuselah and he with you. So that's why he's stuck, because he can't move.
Guess out show, Jay Hustle speaking. State your name and where you calling from.
Hi, this is Anna Meyer. I'm calling from Toledo, Ohio.
Good morning. Good morning.
To speak on the withholding sex thing, putting man on punishment. I think that it just leaves room for them to do whatever they want to do. So if you really, I believe most women put men on punishment because they cheated or did something disrespectful. I think it would be better just to break up with him so he can learn his lesson then and come back right.
Yeah.
But putting him on punishment does nothing but allow him to go screw somebody else. And he knows you're only going to be mad for so long, then he gets to come back with no lesson learned.
You right.
Say that one more time, girl, because I don't know whether to say amen or hey man.
I truly full-heartedly believe that. You're not teaching him a lesson by staying there and just putting him on punishment. Leave if you want respect demanded by walking away. A lot of people stay because they're weak. I believe weak people stay in unhealthy relationships.
And then
the more you allow a person to disrespect you, the more you're going to be disrespected.
Yeah. You know what? And you know what? You said something that I didn't really think about. Now, I was speaking from the perspective of it's a lot of women, and this particular woman said she put her man on punishment and don't give him sex just because she's upset. But she said he's faithful. He's a good man. Why would you do that to a good man? But you made a really valid point. A lot of women are putting men on coochie punishment because he already cheated and she was faithful. Now that I understand, but at the same time, you can't do that for too long. Now, if you're mad with somebody, you don't want to have sex with them because you already know that they had sex with somebody else. So as a woman, of course you upset. Of course you're not feeling that emotional attachment at that time. But if you do it for too long and you putting him on punishment because he cheated, if he already cheated, what make you think he's not going to go out and cheat again? Because now you're not giving it to him.
Exactly. And you're also teaching him how to treat you. If you stick around knowing that your man cheated, that's just allowing him to do it again. He's going to keep doing it. But if you walk away, even if it's and I'm not talking about for a couple of days, I'm talking about a year, 6 months. Teach him a lesson. Let him know you're not going to accept disrespect. But to sit there and just withhold sex, that's not teaching him nothing because he's still screwing the jump off that he did in the first place.
Yep. Well, you know what? Let me say this. Are you talking about girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife? So that's 2 different cases, though. Because husband and wife, they have they probably building together, have a commitment together, like boyfriend and girlfriend is probably really no real strength, no time. Maybe they have a child, but husband and wife is different. So I can't see one of the two walking away for 6 months, a year, then think you're gonna come back, and maybe that might not work. I don't think that's a good advice.
I've never been married, so I guess
Okay.
I'm really speaking on girlfriend, boyfriend.
Okay.
But either way, people are living as if they're married anyway. They just don't have a paper.
Right.
So either way, I mean, to stick around, how many years you have invested, if you're being disrespected, it doesn't matter.
Thank you. We got a new caller. Thank you. We appreciate your comment, Queen.
Thank you.
Cat South Show. Jay Hustle speaking. State your name and where you calling from.
My name is Cynthia Carr. I'm from Vancouver, Washington.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, y'all. I am loving this conversation. I don't know if you were able to read my comments, but I just wanted to kind of touch on what we're talking about withholding sex from our significant other. This was a really big, huge part of my life because for years I was accusing my husband of cheating. I couldn't prove it, but we went through those times where I was like, you're not touching me, you know? And then 15 years later, he admitted to it. It caused some really big problems. So fast forward 5 years from that, after 23 years, I decided because I didn't want him to touch me, because I was feeling some type of way, I was feeling violated, that I then left. I think it's important that we don't use our bodies as a punishment or a time out. I think it's degrading not just to ourselves, but to the relationship. And I think we need to just have more love for ourselves and for that other person. If we're just not happy, we leave after we know it's over. We have to try. We have to give that effort, you know. But using, like I said, using our bodies for a timeout just seems a little bit ridiculous, but it's kind of entertaining, the whole conversation about some of these stories, though.
Can you hold on for a sec? Let me just say something. This is Martin, the Crime Chaser.
Hi, Martin.
Now, if your spouse go out sleeping with prostitutes, sex unprotected and all that, you don't have to sleep with your spouse because that's jeopardizing your health. We're living in a day and time where a one night of fun can cost you a lifetime of medication. So, you know, we have to be real cautious with our health. We're talking about, I mean, these is health reasons. And if you think it's jeopardizing your health, you have some decisions to make, both male and female. You know, I thought I just want to throw that out there. I can't.
No, you're absolutely right.
This is my motto. I didn't put you guys together. I'm not going to break you up. They go both married and unmarried.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, and you are, Martin, because you're absolutely correct. I was not getting down with the get down. No, I told him to take that dirty D somewhere else, that he was not touching me with that. So I do agree. I mean, there are things out here in this world that we cannot get rid of. And one of them is, well, like you just stated. So I just wanted to say that today, the devil's a lie. He tried to cut me off y'all's video twice. So I was like, let me call. Okay.
Okay. Well, say your name again and where you from?
I'm Cindy Carr, and I'm from Vancouver, Washington. I'm here in the Pacific Northwest.
Well, thank you. And I'm gonna address your question offline, but you guys, the line is still open. You can hang up. The lines are still open. Let me say this first of all, because we know that there are some that are married and then there are some that's unmarried. And as we talk, let me speak to the married women first. And then I'm gonna speak to the married men. When you find out that you withholding sex from your mate causes them to continue sometimes to do what they were already doing. Because some people are already having affairs outside of their marriage. So you withholding the sex is only keeping them more in tune of doing what they were already doing to begin with. However, as a married woman, the man is outside doing something outside of the relationship, your heart, you emotionally detached, and the whole idea of what happened in that other relationship or what could be going on, it constantly haunts you. That's nothing but that Jezebel spirit and that witchcraft that's coming to rob, kill, steal, and destroy anyway. So you literally have to take your whole body out of the relationship. And even if you decide to have sex, with your husband or your mate and not withhold it, because you're not the one to judge them. If you're going to stay in a relationship, remember, God is the one that judges the adulterer. Only God can judge. So if you're going to stay, you really have to tap your way in deal with yourself emotionally, because that's the thing. And the man may not never apologize or ever be sorry for what he did. But if you're going to stay, you're going to have to heal internally.
If you really want to hurt a man, and this is from my personal experience, if a woman don't leave a man, you keep giving him opportunities and he feel like you ain't never gonna go nowhere. Because I felt like she was never gonna leave. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. Left my ass and broke me down. But that's what it took for me to become a man. Mm-hmm. And then, like Martin said, if you gonna step outside of your relationship, protect yourself. Because why would you do something unprotected? It's so much stuff going on out here. That's just a no-no. But caller, we are here. This is Jay Hustle. State your name and where you calling from.
Yo, this Fred Fast Win. I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas.
This is gonna be really quick. I don't quite get it. Like, if the chick gonna hold sex from her mate and put them on a punishment, to me it seems like she'd be punishing herself too.
Well, it depends on if she got something else going on.
Well, hell, if she got something else going on, now we know why he got something going on.
Right. So now she's going up a punishing herself. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I mean, they don't make no sense. You know what I mean? It's like crazy, man. You know, either homeboy won't handle his business anyway. What makes it easy for her to hold back on him? You know what I'm saying? I mean, how long do they do that? You know what I mean? That remind me of the movie Chirac. I mean, I'm glad I won in Chicago when that came out.
Thank you, Houston, Texas.
That's it. Y'all keep up the good work. James Hustle, you my boy, man. I've been watching you for a long time, man. You keep up the good work.
All right, thanks, bro. Have a good day. And this is another thing. If a man or a woman is going to cheat, what women and men really need to find out is, why did they make cheat? And it's not just the withholding of sex. See, that the withholding of sex, we know why they stepping out. But what if you're not withholding sex? What if you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing as a good man or a good woman? You do everything, you go down, you cook, you clean, you hold a household down with bills, and they still step out. My thing is, a man should be man enough to tell a woman what the issues are, because a lot of us men don't know how to communicate and we just do stupid stuff. The woman will communicate, but we won't. I had to learn how to do that. But if your man or your woman step out, the thing that you really need to find out is why. Like she said, she was with a guy and he didn't admit it until 15 years after they broke up. What made him finally admit that? Did he realize that, damn, I had a good woman and I can't find nothing else? Let me try to get back in. But did she find out why he cheated?
Yeah. Well, caller, state your name and where you're calling from, please. Hello, Cats Out Show.
All right.
Well, let me say this. I get my point in. Okay, just give you an analogy. Just say this is a glass of water, right? Just a glass, and it has no bottom. And I got a pitcher of water right here. You can pour water inside this glass with no bottom, and it will never get filled up. That's how it is with a lustful man. I don't care how much you do for a lustful man. If you have sex with him, you cook, clean, don't cheat him. If he got lust in his heart, you'll never be able to satisfy him. That's all I want to say.
That's it.
You know what? You're right, Martin. But you know what? I love women. Women are beautiful.
Yes, they are.
But I've learned, like, with my fiance that I'm with now, that's my best friend. Because when I met her, I was completely honest. I had never been just honest with a female. And it's like I gave her the opportunity. Look, this is who I am. I want to know who you are. Either we going to accept each other or let's walk away now. She chose to stay. I chose to stay. But my thing is, I don't mess around no more. But do I look? Yeah. But do I do it in front of her? Do I do it in a disrespectful way? No, I don't. But like you said, I guess it's a difference between like and lust. I guess I can say I like women now. I don't lust after them.
Right.
But when I look, I don't have the desire like, man, I want to hit that. Let me see what I can do. When I see a woman and she look good, it does something to me. And instead of me continuing to look at that woman, I turn away from it and I'm looking at my woman like, you know what? Yeah, you just don't even know what I'm feeling right now. So I think I really changed.
Transfer of energy. Caller, who do we have?
Energy on her ass. Stop playing with me, woman.
Caller, who do we have on the line?
Matt, and I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Right, see that southern accent. Here.
Okay, this is my thing. Life is too short, okay? And withholding from your mate. I've been married for 23 years. Withholding from your mate, the key is communication. I'm not going to cheat myself. If I hold back, I'm cheating myself just as well as cheating him. So what I'm saying is communication. If you see a problem, you all having an argument, sit down and talk and discuss it.
Yeah.
And thank you. And you know what? A lot of times, either one way or the other, I've seen women that had what we would call men that still were cheating on their man. I've seen a lot of men that had good women that were cheating on their women because the opportunity is always available for some reason.
And then I look at it like this also. I'm going to treat you the way that I want to be treated. Now, if I go out there and I do something or he do something, do I want him to do that to me? I mean, it's just, I don't know. I guess spiritually, you need to get back and just sit back and discuss with the communication is key. That's just the bottom line.
Thank you, Carla. Atlanta, we appreciate you. I think that the first thing we need to understand is that we're not wrestling with flesh and blood, and that there are spiritual wickedness that we fight against in marriage. And while you're continuing to look at your mate for answers, or to each one treat one, love me the way I love you. Well, everyone has their own understanding of love as it seems
Luther, I see you, Luther.
correct to them.
Mm-hmm.
And my love may not be the same love that he has or she has. And you got to stop looking at the
Turn your live
man
down.